Welcome to part 2 of reading Junie B Jones, first grader. Jingle bells, Batman smells. P.S. So does May. Jingle hats. For the rest of the morning, we did arithmetic. I don't think I'm saying that correctly. Arithmetic is the school word for adding and taking away. Only I couldn't even concentrate on my numbers that good. On account of May keep on giving me mean looks and flopping her sweater sleeve around. Pretty soon there was a knock on the door. "Please come in! Come in, please," said room 1. Mr. Scary taught us how to say that. Only I don't actually know why. 'Cause people come in anyways. The door opened very slowly, and ha! It was Mr. Toot, the music teacher. He was carrying a big brown box in his arms. It was dusty, I think, 'cause when Mr. Toot plopped it down on the floor, Sheldon started to sneeze his head off. Sheldon is very allergic to dust particles. Also, he's allergic to hoagies and dairy products and nature. Achoo! Mr. Scary looked at him and real panicked. Then he picked up a tissue box and he rushed to Sheldon's desk. But Sheldon was already wrapping his nose with his shirt sleeve. "Ha! I beat you again, Mr. Scary," he said. "I beat you at every race. I beat you at that race every time I sneeze." Mr. Scary closed his eyes. "Have I told you before, Sheldon, we are not racing," he said. Sheldon laughed. Then he threw his fist in the air and he yelled at it, "Sheldon Potts rules!" Mr. Scary rolled his eyes. Then he moved the dusty box farther away from Sheldon's desk. Then Mr. Toot lifted the lid. I stood up to look, and wow! Guess what was in there? Elf clothes! That's what. There were little green elf hats with jingle bells on their ends. Plus, also, there was a cute little elf vest with belts. Mr. Toot held them up for us to see. "Boys and girls, our PTO made these costumes several years ago for our holiday sing-alongs," he said. "Aren't they great? Every single first grader is going to get to wear one today." He started passing them out. My Richie friend Lucille got hers first. She looked at it and made a face. "Okay, number 1, I don't wear the shade green. And number 2, I don't wear bell hats," she said. Mr. Scary looked up at the ceiling. Then he took Lucille by her hand. He walked her into the hallway. And she came back wearing her bell hat. Pretty soon, all the rest of room 1 were wearing our bell hats too. We shook our heads. The bells jangled jingly. "Hey, this room sounds just like a jingle bell sled," I chuckled. I said. Mr. Toot did a chuckle. "You're right, Junie B. Every year, one lucky class gets to wear the jingle bell hats. And this year, because room 1 has been so well behaved in music class, I chose you." All the children clapped and cheered, except for not Lucille. Instead, she threw her hands in the air and shouted, "What are the odds?" After that, she flopped her head down on her desk. Then she didn't come up again. Mr. Toot ignored her. And that's not all my good news either, because each year the class with the bell hats goes on stage, and they lead the whole auditorium singing jingle bells. Room 1 jumped up from her seats. "Jingle bells, yay! We're gonna lead jingle bells." Mr. Toot smiled. "Okay, everyone. Just to make sure that we know the words, we're going to have a short rehearsal, he said. "A rehearsal? Yay! Rehearsal! Yay! Yay! Rehearsal! Yay! Rehearsal! Yay! Rehearsal!" I'm sorry, I keep on reading that wrong. "Only too bad for us, because rehearsal was nothing to shout about. We sang that dumb song a jillion times, I bet. At first, it was kind of fun. Only Only then it got real boring. That's how come I started singing funny different words. There were funny words about Batman and Robin. I sang them so loud I sang them loud so my friends could hear. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost his wheel and Joker got away. Herbert and Lenny laughed and laughed. May did a gasp. Then she sprang up like a spring and she started to tattle. Mr. Toot, Junie Jones is singing the wrong. I quickly yanked at her skirt. Psst, May, are you crazy? I whispered. You and I can't fight anymore. Remember that? If you tattletale on me, we'll be parking ourselves at Principal's. May covered her mouth with her hands. Then she sat down real fast. Oops, never mind, she said to Mr. Toot. I wiped my worried forehead. Ooh, that was a close one, I said. I saved our gooses. May leaned over the aisle. You did not save our gooses, Junie B Jones. I saved our gooses. I'm the one who didn't tattle. She pointed a finger at me. But you never sing those bad words at the sing-along, she said. I mean it, Junie Jones. If you sing those bad words on stage, I will tell on you no matter what. I did a big breath. Robin laid an egg is not bad words, May. An egg is nothing for a bird to be ashamed of. Oopie. An egg is nothing for a bird to be ashamed of. I don't care. It doesn't matter, she said. You already ruined enough, Junie Jones. You ruined my sweater and you ruined my mood, but you're not going to ruin the sing-along, too. She crossed her arms at me. Even if I get in trouble myself, I will still tell on you. You can count on that, Junie Jones. And then after that, she leaned back in her chair, and she brushed her hands together real smugly. I looked at that girl. May is off her rocker, I believe. Okay, so now I'm going to be starting Chapter 3, Laughing All the Way. Yeah, this is page 25, and I'm just going to check real quick how many pages it's got over. Okay, so it's got 118. That's a lot to go through, but it's going to take several videos. We went to the sing-along after lunch, and the auditorium looked like Santa's workshop. There was a jillion cute elves in that place. And wait till you got to hear this. Room 1 got to sit in the very first row. I sat in the seat right next to my friend Herbert. This sing-along is going to be fun. Right, Herb? Right? This sing-along is going to be the time of our life. Then May plopped down in the seat on the other side of me. I stopped smiling. The seat is saved, May, I told her. I'm saving it for someone else. She looked all around. For who? She asked. For someone that's not you. That's who, I said. May did not budge herself. You can't make me move, Junie Jones. The seat is a public property, she said. She scooted closer to me. I'm going to stick to you like glue. It's the only way to make you behave yourself today. I showed her my teeth and made a grrr noise. May did not look fearful. Finally, I moved closer to her and pretended she was invisible. Pretty soon, the sing-along got started. Mr. Toot said to turn to page 1 in our holiday songbook. The first song was 12 Days of Christmas. It's about a guy who gives his girlfriend a bunch of stupid presents. I tapped on Herb real curious. What do you think? What would you do with 10 lords of leaping? Do you think? I said. He thought for a minute. I'd take them back and get store credit, he said. I nodded. That Herb has all the answers. After that, we sang Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Winter Wonderland. Finally, Mr. Toot stood up at his piano. He said it was time for Jingle Bells. Room 1 hurried to the stage. It was very thrilling, except for May sticking to me like glue. She stepped on my heels going up the steps. Then she crowded real close to me, and she whispered in my ear, I'll be listening to you, Junie Jones. I'll be hearing every word you sing. I smiled just myself, because I had a surprise up my arm. That's why. Pretty soon, Mr. Toot raised his hands to start the song. I stood up straight and tall. Then I took a big breath. Then I sang the words out loud and clear, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on a bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. My eyes glanced over to May. Her face looked disappointed almost. I smiled. Then I took another breath. I sang the chorus in her ear. Oh, jingle bells, Batman smells, P.S. so does May. I'll throw May right off the sleigh, then I'll drive away. Hey! Yelled May. I laughed at that funny comment because hey fit right into the song. Room 1 sang the chorus again, but I was laughing too hard to sing. It was the joke of my life, I tell you. Only too bad for me, because as soon as we got back to the room, May tattled her head off. It was not good. Mr. Scary called us up to his desk. He said he's very disappointed in both of us. Only unfortunately, there is not enough time to send us to the office. I started to relax a teensy bit, but just then the bad news came. Because guess what? What do you know? Mr. Scary said there was exactly enough time for him to write a note to our parents. Okay, so that was it for this video. This video is longer than the last one, but guys, of course. I'm sorry. Anyways, of course it's over because I'm only doing 2 chapters for each video now. So yeah, and I'm just going to show you all the chapters that there are. Yeah, so there's, 11. And there's 118 pages, and and now we're on page 32. So bye guys, I'll see you in the next video of me reading, I guess. And by the way, all these videos will be going up on the same day pretty much because I ain't got time to post them tomorrow. Bye!